Hi guys, it's Shah here, the Tech Borg, and today's video is going to be on C++, but it's not going to be part of my Python versus C++ series. This is just a standard C++ video, and I think in this video I'm going to go over the simple basics on C++, and I thought it was necessary to make this video because, well, if I teach you the basics, then I can actually just get into my videos without having to explain every little bit that I do. But I know I would do that anyway, but I'm saying I would have to explain it slightly less if the person who's watching this has already been through this video, like, to know the basics. So as you can see over here, we have our basic program where we have a C output, hello world, and if you press run, you have the output, and return 0 just means that it will say program finished with exit code 0 to show that it's successfully working. So what is C++? Well, C++ is a programming language that requires a compiler, and that's what makes it it just makes it more complicated than something like Python, because Python runs the program, so it has a built-in interpreter, so it runs it with the code that you input, so the output comes straight away rather than having to compile the entire thing and then rerun it. So it's very useful, and that's what makes it really good as well, because it line by line it goes through everything and it checks for an error and it easily shows you syntax errors or any other type of error like logic error. But for now, let's go over some basics in C++. For example, for output you write cout, and then you have two arrows facing outwards, so to the left, so that just means out of the program, like that's how I remember it. And you must always have a semicolon after every line of your program, of your code, sorry. If you want to have an input, you use cin, and remember, input is like entering something, so I just remember two arrows inwards, so inwards going into the program. So as you can see, the arrows point inwards into the program. Cin could be like any random variable that you may want to enter. And yeah, let's run this. We haven't actually declared A, so it won't work exactly. As you can see, it was not declared, so you have to declare what type of variable A is. So you can say it's an integer. I think you say it's a string. No, bool. Yeah, boolean just means true or false. And yeah, and that's one of the basics at least. And then, so this is our output. This is our input. And to create a variable, I just said, like, you make your you state the type of variable it is, and then you have the name of the variable, and then obviously the semicolon, and that's really it. And if you press run now, it should work. As you can see, it works, and then you just input anything, and it's going to end the program. To embed your outputs with the person's input, you just do cout, and then you just have A over here, so then it will output what the user inputted. So if the input, what is this, sorry, okay, I forgot to put this. So semicolons are really important in C++, not in Python, but in Python, indenting is very important. In C++, if wherever you indent, you can't edit source code when programming is running. Oh, okay, right. So if you just press stop, right, sorry, my bad, let's just press stop here. So if you don't indent it, it's not a problem in C++, which is why it's nice, I guess, compared to Python. You don't have to indent it, but the whole point of indenting it is to make sure that it's more structured. I mean, it just looks much more neat in Python, right, if you have it indented, because under every if you'll have like an indentation, and then you know what each line represents and what it happens after. Like, if something happens, then after that this will happen, and it's indented, so it's much more easier for you to notice, right? But C++ doesn't work like that. It's just slightly different, no major differences, and that's really it. Okay, stop this again. Okay, let's say, I don't know, you want to, well, I think I've already been through while loops in a different video, so you can check that out. But this is literally like proper pure basics. And you make this int main, so this is like your main body of your program within these two brackets, which is how it normally works. Include IOStream is I think that's the basic library that it imports for you to actually make basic code or something. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And Python has its own libraries, but Python, I think Python libraries are way more better, but I think it depends on the type of program you're making. So for number manipulation, like I said before, Python is very good. You can use Panda, NumPy, very good libraries, and additions on Python to use. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys understood the basics. I mean, these are literally pure basics like import, output, and yeah, and basically what all these variables represent, and the idea of including IOStream so as your library. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and like, comment, subscribe.